Hello there. I am Laura Jacquemin. I'm a clinical audiologist and I have a PhD in tinnitus. And I followed this masterclass of Hashir Oz on CBT to be able to help my patient better. That was the end goal. I felt that I needed some extra CBT skills and tools to help my patients better. And I'm here to explain you how Module 4 of this masterclass works. So this module 4 is on psychoaudiological assessments, which is essential. When a patient signs up in your clinic for CBT, you have to first get to know your patients. What are the complaints? You might need to screen for certain comorbidities. For example, me as an audiologist, I screen for certain anxiety and depression disorders because I also have to know when to refer to a psychologist. So in this module 4, you will get the knowledge and the skills on how to use different questionnaires and different tests during this psychoaudiological assessment. What are the different questionnaires out there? When to use them, how to use them, and of course, essential, how to interpret them. So I will go with you to module 4, show it on the platform, so you see how this masterclass works. In module 4, you will see here that it contains of lecture, discussions, and role play. So it's one of the first hands-on sessions in this masterclass. And this masterclass had a lot of participants, healthcare professionals of all over the world with different backgrounds. So that was super interesting and gave interesting discussions that you can also rewatch here. So you can see here, what are the objectives of module 4? What will you learn? What will you be able to do after watching this module? And you can even assess yourself in the end to see if you got everything right. If you now know everything you need to know before going to module 5. Here you can see the actual lecture that Hashir gave. So I will just give you a glimpse of it. He talks about different questionnaires, but also different tests you can use. So the audiological tests, which is the LDLs or the ULL, so the uncomfortable loudness level or loudness discomfort levels, how to use them in the clinic, what you have to take into account, because a patient, definitely a patient with hyperacusis, might not like this test very much, even which stimuli to use, and so on and so on. The instructions you can give even. So this lecture is very comprehensive on the different assessments you might need to do. And of course, before watching the lecture, it might be convenient to just print out the handouts so you can watch Hashir, pause him whenever you need it, write something down, and play him again. That's the nice thing of this online master classes, of course. As I said, you can even see the discussions we had with our group. So here you can see only a glimpse of all the different participants and the discussions we had. Also in these discussions, you will see that there is a lot of information out there. So Hashir will also talk on how to integrate all this different information from the different tests into a letter to the GP, for example. How to do this without losing also too much time in the clinic and to be give the essential information of the patient to the GP. Stuff like that. So it's not only in the lecture that Hashir comes in, also in the discussions he will comes in, answer our questions, and even maybe a question you will have will be answered in these discussions. And then the last part was my favorite part of this masterclass, which was the role plays. Of course, there were no patients, but it was interesting that we as participants ourselves could engage in the role plays as patients and see like Hashir in action. It's very interesting to see how he uses counseling skills and CBT skills. It's very inspiring, so definitely worth watching. You can even see his clinical notes. What would he write down during such a psychoaudiological assessment? And of course, in the end, there were again discussions. So I hope this gives you a nice overview of what this Module 4 is on and how to use the online platform. And with this, I just want to wish you a good luck, enjoy this masterclass, and get to know your patients in this Module 4.